Good morning, everyone. Till now, we have discussed three forms of business organization, that is, sole proprietorship, joint Hindu family business, and third one is partnership. And the main motive of all these forms of business organization is to earn profit. Now, today we are going to study about that very form of business organization which is established not for earning profit, which is established for providing services. That form of business organization is cooperative societies. Cooperative societies are voluntary association of persons who join together for providing services to their members. So these cooperative societies main motive is to provide services to their members, not to earn profits. So what is the definition? Once again I am telling you, it is a voluntary association of persons. Voluntary means who join a organization by their own wish without any force. So cooperative society is a voluntary association of persons who join this organization to provide services to their members. There are different forms of cooperative societies. Like one is consumer cooperative society. So in this society, so many consumers join together and form a cooperative society. What they do in the society? They purchases goods directly from the manufacturers and sell such goods at a low price to the members of cooperative society. So what they are doing? They are eliminating the middleman from the chain of distribution, because these middleman increases the price of the goods by adding more profit margins. So in this way, consumer cooperative societies directly make a contact to the manufacturer, purchases goods from there and sell to their members at less price. In this way, there can be different type of cooperative societies. So types we will study later on. Now we are focusing what actually cooperative societies are. So, in case of cooperative societies, registration is mandatory. It is very compulsory to get their registration under Cooperative Society Act 1912. Then, minimum 10 members are required to start a cooperative society. Capital is raised from the members of cooperative society through issue of shares. So, capital is invested by the members of cooperative society by purchasing shares of cooperative society. Now we will discuss features of cooperative societies. First feature is voluntary membership. It means cooperative societies are voluntary association. Members join this organization by their own wish. Nobody can force them to join the cooperative society. Second is legal status. In case of cooperative society, their registration is mandatory. They are registered under Cooperative Society Act 1912. And after the registration, these societies become separate legal entity. Now, what is the meaning of separate legal entity? It means the organization which is separate from its members. So, after getting registration, cooperative societies become separate legal entity. Now, they are separate from their members. It means any property can be purchased on the name of cooperative society, and any case can be filed by the cooperative society, or any other party can also file case on cooperative society. As well as if any of the member is died or leave the cooperative society, it will not affect the cooperative society. So this is the meaning of separate legal entity. After getting registration, cooperative society becomes separate legal entity. Third feature of cooperative society is limited liability. In case of cooperative society, all the members are having limited liability. up to the amount of capital invested by them. It means that all the members are bound to invest only their share of capital, not more than that. Their liability is limited. Then next feature is control. In case of cooperative society, a principle is followed: one member, one vote. And for the control and management of cooperative society, a managing committee is appointed. And for appointing the members of managing committee, voting is done. Every member of the cooperative society is allowed to give only one vote, irrespective of their capital investment. It means whether any member has invested more capital or less capital, all have the right to give only one vote. Principle of one member, one vote is followed. So after voting, the members of managing committee are decided. So this managing committee manage and control the cooperative society. Last feature is service motive. Main motive of cooperative society is to serve its members. And if any surplus is earned by the cooperative society, surplus means if their incomes are more than the expenditure, that is called as surplus. So if any surplus is earned by cooperative society, that surplus is divided among all the members in the form of dividend. So now you will have a question, what is the meaning of dividend? So students, listen, as you people are depositing your money in the bank, in return bank provides you interest. In the same way, in case of cooperative society, as members have invested their money in the cooperative society by purchasing the shares of cooperative society. So now cooperative society has also to give them some return, so that the return which is given by cooperative society to the members is called as dividend. Okay. So if any surplus is there, that is given to the members in the form of dividend. So here students, features of cooperative societies are over. If you have any problem, you can discuss with me. Thank you.